Just making this video just for a little information for our friend, and also to show the gentleman who I got this from that I have his little car running now, because it wasn't running before. So I don't know the exact date, but on this box it says 1992. So you know it's about 30 years old. So this is a Tamiya Tamtech Lotus Type 102B, as the box says. Here's some little details. You can pause and take a look at some of the stuff that comes with it. It's 1/14 scale. That's the transmitter that comes with the Tamtech cars. The Tamtech cars were a certain line by Tamiya. I'm not familiar with this 1/14 scale or these Indy cars. I'm more familiar with the older Tamtechs that are 1/24 scale. I have a Porsche of some sort in 1/24 scale. Taking a look at the box, you can see there's some details about the chassis. This was missing the antenna for the transmitter and also missing the battery pack. The battery pack is interesting. It's a 7.2 volt battery pack, 650 milliamp hours. These are not standard AA batteries. I believe they're two-thirds AA batteries. I'm not 100% on that, but that's what I'm guessing, just from what I've seen online. But you can see there's 4 here, and then somehow there's 2 more to make the 7.2 volts. But yeah, it's a pretty neat little car. These I think are optional accessories. It does have the 370 motor in there. Let's see, does this say anything about? No, it just says 370 motor. So I think these might be optional parts. I thought that's what's in there. I think it is, but it doesn't have bearings. It only has bushings on the front and rear. Let's see. There's some other pictures of the chassis. All that good stuff, some description in Japanese, and there's the chassis again. It's a very simple car, but it's pretty cool. I love the box. I love this old artwork. So here's the car itself and the transmitter. I had to borrow the antenna from another transmitter. There's a battery holder that slides out and it goes in through here. When I put in the 8 AA batteries, it was really tight, and actually one end of the holder broke. So I had to end up snipping the springs inside and using a long, very stiff wire to hold the whole thing together, and it works. Here's the car itself. You can see how low this is. Now that's just the chassis, but look at the spoiler. The spoiler is like super low to the table level. Alright, so I don't have the antenna tube, but take the body off and here we go. Very simple. There's actually springs up inside here. Takes a little bit of pressure to push down. Got the little driver guy. This right here, if you see this little finned area, that's actually part of the steering mechanism, as is here. The smooth part is actually the servo saver. And if all good things go right, before you saw this video, you may have seen pictures of the steering servo. You can see the gears. This is a 2-in-1 receiver and speed controller, and this looks very similar to the one that I have in the 24th scale Porsche Tamtech that I have. So here's the motor. So this is Tamtech 370. RX 370 SB motor. So that's not the Tam-tuned motor. That one's like a high performance, higher RPM, assumably type of motor. But that's an optional part. Got the differential in here. That's all lubed up now. There are bushings in behind that nut. I love the wheels and the white lettering. I glued all those back on. These are just decals that were stuck on there, but over the years they fell off. Little driver guy. Here's the FM frequency crystal, that sort of thing. It's a very simple suspension. You see the spring on the top, and then you have what looks like a carbon fiber backbone right here. So that's what allows some little bit of flex, not much, but a little bit. But this type of car is not supposed to be like an off-road car. There's not really that much suspension as like the real cars. The battery pack is a Team Losi 7.2 volt, 111 milliamp hour battery pack. Let me show you what it looks like. It looks like this basically. So these are the 2/3 AA batteries, and there's 6 of them. And actually the connector fit almost perfectly, but it works. It does the deal. The factory connector. Okay. And then let's see. Just want to turn this on just so I can show the gentleman that I got it from that it does work. So turn on Mr. Transmitter. Turn on the little switchy here. All right. So we got the forward. So reverse. The battery's not fully charged up, so you know it's not super powerful right now. And the steering works now. It was jammed up before. It's a little weak and turns a little bit better in one direction than the other. Doesn't have the best steering angle. I don't know if the real F1 cars are like that, but it does the job. At least it's working now, and you can see the steering gear as it turns. So that's pretty interesting. It's very tight the way the chassis is set up. And flip this over. You can see plexiglass, and can't really see the springs too well. There's a battery compartment, motor, and there's a backbone. So when I get a chance, I'll bring this out to a really smooth surface outside somewhere so I don't mess up the tires. These are really cool tires. I don't have a indoor carpeted area that I could use this in. That would be great, but I don't. So the outside basketball court or tennis court might be the option for me to fool around with this little guy. So it does work, and I think the gentleman who sold it to me, very nice of him. I'm gonna fix up some of the stickers that are falling off, that sort of thing, and be a nice little addition to my little collection of cars I have. Very cool. That is all. Thanks for watching.